Top of the evening to all of you fine folks out there. It's Thursday night. It is September the 21st, 2023. It's 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Central Time, and you are watching Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show live and in color. Don't turn your TV channel. Don't turn your computer channel. Don't turn your phone channel. Leave it right where it's at. And for the next hour, you're going to get the truth and nothing but the truth right here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Thursday night, we appreciate each and every one of you joining us tonight, wherever you are, inviting us into your home, in your automobile, your motorcycle, your airplane, your boat, or your motor scooter. We appreciate you joining us tonight. How about doing us a great big favor? If you're watching on Facebook, reach over and hit the like button and hit the share button. And so our broadcasts on your page. Everybody knows you're a fan of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show and gets our message out to an even broader audience. It's a great Thursday night, and we are so glad to be with you tonight live and in color. Have absolutely no idea what we're going to do tonight on the show, what we're going to talk about, who we're going to talk about, or what might come up or come out. But I promise you one thing, we're going to have a good time while we're doing it, and we want you just for the next hour to sit back and relax and enjoy yourself. Take a load off. Let the stresses of the world dissipate from your mind and your body. And just enjoy life a little bit for the next hour. We're coming to you live.
Yes.
live.
Hey.
Live from our studios in Enterprise, Georgia. Live in our studio at 100% Flamingo Boulevard, Georgia. And live at turn number 3 at the Old Rocket Speedway in Dothan, Alabama. Live all across the country and in foreign countries where it's legal and illegal to broadcast in all 57 states, 5 foreign countries, 4 sunken islands, and the great state of Baker County, Georgia. And I've got their icon behind me tonight. I'm broadcasting live in front of their courthouse in Baker County, Georgia, courtesy of Mr. Tony Cook Photography. Beautiful portrait of the downtown Baker County, Georgia courthouse, live and in color. And we appreciate them. And guys, tonight, got a brand new television screen, 99.9 inches tonight, live and in color. The very first time Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports have been live. We're live tonight on the big screen with Curtis. Oh, Curtis. Curtis's Cod Liver Oil Smoothies. Curtis's Canadian Currency Exchange. Curtis's Cold Pressed Persimmon Juice.
Ooh, that's good.
Curtis's Clandestine Cabin Rentals. And Curtis's Coconut Shell Bras in Clio, Alabama.
Man, that's just right across the river over there.
Hey,
Yeah.
looks like Curtis could have come up with curly hog hides or something, being at the Chitlin Jamboree, home of the world famous for years Chitlin Festival, you know.
Is that what was in Clio?
Yes.
Yeah. It might have been where that cod liver oil, he might get his cod liver oil concentrates from.
I always wondered what a cod liver looked like.
You know, that's all you talking about the chitlins. I got to tell this story. I did a funeral today for a great American, Miss Martha Womble, Mr. Buren Womble's wife. Those of you that are around this area know Miss Martha Womble and Mr. Buren had been married 67 years.
Wow.
Mr. Buren was a preacher for 40 years. Anyway, the day I told this at the funeral today, the day they got married, they drove over to the Enterprise community, which this studio that I'm broadcasting from live is in the downtown heart of Enterprise, Georgia. They drove to the preacher's house and knocked on the door and wanted him to marry them at his house. That's the way they did it back in the 50s. Preacher said, "Come on in. I'll marry y'all in the living room." Unbeknownst to them, the preacher's wife in the kitchen was cooking a pot of chitlins while the wedding ceremony was going on.
That's what it gets right there. as southern as it gets.
So they were married in a house during the middle of a chitlin cooking.
Hey, that's the way it was, man. They got married. They were just as married as anybody that goes off one of these. What do you call these things? Places where you get married. What do you call them things? What do you,
Destination weddings.
destinations. Yeah, they were just
Yeah.
as married as anybody that go to a destination and spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to get married.
Yeah.
But the bad thing about that I see that smell of chitterlings obviously was absorbed by the cloth and the clothes that they were wearing. Would you agree with that, Floyd?
I agree, 100%. That's right.
And they didn't have Lumi or Mando deodorants back there to suck up the smell of the chitlins.
That's right.
Yeah.
They had some lye soap. That was about it.
Yeah.
They had some
Have
lye
you have you two been kind of watching and offended maybe by that old gal who has come up with this? There she is, right there. She's about as popular with me as my pillow guy is with Floyd, and y'all know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll operate with that Mando, and it'll get them pits, packages.
Cracks, stinky crevices, feet, and more.
Yeah, yeah.
Bundles. Yeah, look at that.
Now,
Ooh, oh,
I got a question for you two.
Oh, hit the
Whoa.
hold the phone. Everybody that may not, some of those folks may be watching on their phone. So let me read this. It's an advertisement for Mando. It is for real. It says whole body deodorant, the first of its kind, safe to use anywhere you have odor and wish you did not. Your pets, your packages, which is grundle and balls, your butt cracks, stinky crevices, feet, and more.
Yeah,
And it's called Mando.
Yeah.
Mando.
Okay.
I got a stupid question.
Go ahead.
I'm a little lost on the definition of grundle.
Well,
maybe he meant to say bundle.
Oh.
okay.
Anyway.
But now look, I read part of the ad that's on Facebook, and it comes in 3 tantalizing flavors. Bourbon leather, Mount Fuji. You know, everybody wants to smell like Mount Fuji, I guess.
I could
And
walk
toasted.
around.
Whoa! One more. Toasted coconut.
Good land.
Well, hit the first one. Hit the first one again.
Oh, bourbon leather or leather bourbon, whichever way you want.
I could walk around and my butt crack could smell like bourbon leather.
Your whole body. It's for everything. See, you're missing the point, Marvin. It is a first of its kind,
All right, how
full
much is
body. They got an introductory offer for $39.95 for a package, if you will, to get started. But now, I got a recommendation. I ain't tried it. Don't plan on trying it. I just wonder how this old gal can get on TV and Facebook and say our butts and other parts down there stinks if she ain't been a smelling it herself. Just a question that you'd like to know, wouldn't you, Floyd? Huh? Have they got smell-o-vision? Can they come in your house and smell? But look at him. For less than $39.95, that right there has been on the market 40 forevers.
And how much is a bar of it, Charlie?
A heck of a lot less than $39.95. I know things are going up, but $39.95, you can buy a pile of that Dial Gold soap for that.
I'm not going to read this, but we have some very intelligent viewers. And if you
Yeah.
want to know what grundle means, Jessica Lee Farmer has posted a direct definition. It
Uh-oh.
is a noun, and so it is up there. I will let you determine what that. I'll let you read the definition. So.
You see,
Oh,
it's a medical term. It's a medical term.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Perineum, is that it? Perineum.
yeah.
Lord have mercy.
That's a spot right between the yin and the yang. Yeah.
Ah!
You know,
You know,
between that,
I never dreamed we were gonna come on the show tonight and go to talking about chitlins and now grundles. And I mean,
You never know. You
hey,
never know where it's going to lead.
nothing but the truth. And let me go ahead while we're on these subjects. Let me go ahead and because I know Floyd has something for us a little bit later on, but I gotta say this involves Floyd too. I was innocently sitting at church on Sunday morning, listening to the pastor preach a very good sermon. Pat him on the back. He's as good at the whole at preaching what is in the Holy Bible as any preacher in this part of the country, and I mean that as a sincere compliment, Marvin. I'm serious. Now, Floyd and I know that Marvin sometimes strays into areas, into deeper water than what he should have been in. But I don't feel that it is my responsibility nor Floyd's responsibility to bear the brunt of his mistakes. And let me just, for folks that, so they'll understand, when he said, I know I probably shouldn't say this, if he had stopped right then, we wouldn't be having the conversation we're about to have. But oh no, he did not stop. And I probably shouldn't say this.
But
He said, as your city manager, as your pastor, as a father, as a husband, as a wife. And when he said as a wife, the whole congregation simultaneously and on cue started giggling and laughing.
uh,
What does Marvin do? Say, I'm sorry, uh, Charlie Platt. If you text Billy Kimball with this, I'm gonna get you. This is in the middle of his sermon. Well, all of a sudden my phone goes off and it says, I heard him. But the part that really disturbed me seriously, that we need to pray for Ms. Marvin. After the service, she came to the back of the building where I was. She says, what is one to do when her husband wants to become a wife? That all we can do is pray for Holly,
Lord help her.
who is by the
yeah,
way the best worship leader in this part of the country. Go ahead.
great. Marvin, what Marvin likes with finesse,
He makes
he makes up with enthusiasm.
Oh yeah.
finesse has never been my strong suit.
That's what I've told him sometime about auctioneer. By his auctioneer, said, Marvin, what you lack is finesse. You make up for it with enthusiasm. And he loves it. Let me tell you, we were sitting in here and just got through cooking our little old supper and eating our supper tonight. And guess who popped in? Bang, bang, bang on the back door. Marvin, come to the house. Guess what he
Hey.
had? Two complimentary glasses, plastic, clear, see-through glasses of strawberry lemonade drink that he had been selling down at the ball game. He brought the older people. He brought the retirees and the elders. He's seeing after his elders. He wanted to make sure. He wanted to make a welfare call on us and brought us a couple of them soda water. Now and right before that, it's mine and Nadine's lucky day. This is our day. It's our blessed day. Right before that, heard a knock on the door right when we were getting ready to cook our scrimps. Heard a knock on the door, and that was Pam and Charles Pickle. Had a big bag of boiled peanuts. I'm talking about South Georgia boiled peanuts. I ain't talking about Florida boiled peanuts, South Georgia peanuts that they had picked off and boiled, brought up a big bag of them, said to the man next to them. Now look at that, man. They just come out, they
You
just come everywhere. You never know
you
where the blessings are gonna come from.
See it.
were you blessed with good friends is another
Yeah,
part of that thing that
exactly right.
you
Right.
just can't
Money can't
imagine
buy
how.
stuff like that. You can't buy that with money.
No,
It's like I was talking about with Jimmy Buffett. I said if money could cure skin cancer, Jimmy Buffett would be alive today.
Hmm.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's it.
good point.
Some things you cannot buy with money. And I want y'all, some of you young folks, if y'all might be listening into that, the old folks already know that. Your mama, most of your mamas and your daddies, especially your grandmamas and your granddaddies, they know it. They know that these things that money can't buy.
Well, and like I will say this, I did talk with Floyd a little bit before, earlier in the afternoon. We were talking about farming and some different things, and he's getting ready to cook him some shrimp from Ziggy B's, and I got to thinking about it. You know, I wish I lived closer to Ziggy B's because I've heard a vicious rumor, Floyd, that tomorrow night
Mhm.
is going to be a special night. Is that correct?
That's correct. Tomorrow night is Low Country Ball night. 12.99 Low Country Ball. Call her on the telephone. She's got all them fresh fish. Went in there this afternoon, had a whole counter full of shrimp, scallops, lobster tails, everything that you want. And right back there in the cooler, y'all look at that. Y'all look at that right there. That's Cedar Key oysters right there. Yes, it's fresh. About
Mm.
30 minutes ago, them oysters was in the Gulf of Mexico down there. And there they are right there now, Ziggy B's in the cooler, waiting on y'all to come by there and get you a box of them good, fresh Cedar Key oysters. Y'all go by there and see if you want you some catfish, whole catfish fillet. She'll cut you off some of them good fresh salmon steaks that you can grill or fry, do ever how you want to do them, broil them, bake them, ever how you want to fix them. She's got the seafood. She'll tell you how to cook it. If you don't know how to cook it, she'll tell you how to cook it. Go see Ziggy B's in Colquitt, Georgia, right there next to that great big old Ford dealership that we got in Colquitt. Y'all go by there and see her, Miss Angela Bracewell. She'll be glad to help you out. She knows the seafood business. Call them up and go see them right there. Ziggy B's, Colquitt, Georgia.
Tomorrow night, Low Country Bowl. Don't forget it.
Mm.
Low
Oh, now
Country
low
Good.
Bowl.
country boy, 12.99. You got some good sausage, good shrimp, good corn, good potatoes, ready to go.
Mm. Yep. That's our good friend Ziggy Bees. Charlie wanted to put this up right here. I had two pictures you sent to me,
Yeah.
and Floyd, I guessed this one. This was the one on my left, maybe hopefully your left too. The man and the woman. Didn't know the man, but I knew the woman. You know the woman, don't you, Charlie? I mean, Floyd.
No.
You don't know that woman?
Ah, whoa. Are you
Uh oh,
telling
No,
me?
Charlie.
no, no, I
Are
do
you
not.
telling me? You telling me my hero and mentor Floyd B. Lloyd does not know who the woman on the right of the picture is?
Unless it's Tammy Wynette, I don't know.
There you go.
Hey,
Yes,
there you
sir.
go.
Yes, sir.
The guy on the left, I'm gonna try to get in touch with him. He may be watching. Everybody else over here is watching tonight. Hello to my neighbor. Oh yeah, my neighbor is watching. Deborah Devane. There's all kind of folks involved. Don Clements, Tammy Farmer, Ron McGee. Hello down at Dakota Coffee Works.
Yes, sir.
The guy on the left, going to try to get him to talk to us one night. He is a legend and probably one of the reasons I got interested in radio and television because he was on the Big Bam when I was
Mhm.
but a child. Bill J. Moody. And Bill J did the rock and roll thing for years and years. And about 1973, 74, somewhere in that time period, WVAM went country. And one of the big things they had was Tammy Wynette Day in Alabama.
Come
And
on.
that was part of Tammy Wynette Day. Bill J. Moody with the legendary Tammy Wynette.
Wow.
Divorce and other hits. The
Wow.
one on the it has something one on the right goes back to the beginning of wrestling at the Houston County Farm Center. It's probably known all across the country because it drew crowds that would go along with what Atlanta was drawing, Miami Beach. It was a big thing back in the day. And this is when the farm center was first built, and some of the first matches in the farm center, early 1960s. Lee Fields, Greg Peterson, Chief Little Eagle, but Sputnik Monroe, Lou Thez, who was a world champion, well known, and then they had a special match. I don't know if you can see it. Alabama State Representative Tom Drake, for many
Mm.
years, was a professional wrestler. In fact, Tom, he was Speaker of the House in later years, but Tom actually paid for his college education at the University of Alabama by wrestling.
Come on.
Pro wrestling
Wow.
paid for his college education.
How
Little
about that?
Pretty cool
little
about that.
history over here.
So he didn't have no college loan or anything that Joe Biden could forgive.
No. Joe wasn't in
But no
office at
such
that
thing
time.
was it. What no
No,
such thing.
no.
Mm, mm, mm. Charlie, talk to them tonight about our friends at Outlaws. He is open in Troy.
Let me tell you what popped up the other day on Facebook. Ann Tillery up there in Troy. She is a testimonial. She posted a picture of a big bowl of Brunswick stew that came from Outlaws Bus and Barbecue. She was bragging on it, and I put on that. I said, all you need to go with that was some soda crackers. And we had a little disagreement about soda crackers, but to me, Brunswick stew ain't Brunswick stew unless you got a soda cracker to eat with it. Can I get an amen?
That's right.
Amen. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to say. But
Amen.
you won't find any better Brunswick stew. You won't find any better ribs, pulled pork. The best coleslaw I've ever put in my mouth. Outlaw Bus and Barbecue, now open, 3 Notch and 231 in Troy, Alabama. They got an early kick this week. I believe I'm right on this. Some of you Troy folks, let me know if I'm Coach Jimmy Addison's watching. He ought to know. I think they got 11 a.m. kick time. So
That's
you
it.
need to, okay, you need to stop by, either going or coming, either way, and load up on Outlaw Bus and Barbecue, corner of 3 Notch and US 231, coming soon to Bainbridge, Georgia.
Yeah, Troy kicks off at 11. They the wife and the band's going. They got band day over there, and they're going to be.
Okay,
It was a 7 p.m., but then ESPN came in and going to be broadcasting it, so they had to move the time up to what ESPN wanted. So it's going to be an 11 a.m. kickoff.
good deal.
Money, yeah, that's it. Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I didn't.
You hit it.
I didn't even say a word. You
Yeah.
probably picked up on that right off the bat. Some folks don't know what that means. Y'all know that, though. Some of y'all have no idea what that means.
Yeah.
Like waiters and things like that. Normally when we get through, with our meal and thing, I say, sir, the damages. Sir,
Please,
I
please.
tell them then.
Hey, Charlie, I know you sent me this picture. This was caught in Port St. Joe, Florida. Tell us the story on it. It was caught this past week.
Yeah, not this past week, the week before. Actually, Coach Ronnie Hicks. Good evening, Ronnie, up in Abbeville or wherever you may be tonight. His son operates a boat out of Port St. Joe, and I forgot to get the name of that. So, you let me know, Ronnie. I'll pass it along. That is a 214-pound grouper caught on a boat out of Port St. Joe, Florida. That ain't no line fishing preacher. That ain't no. I mean, it ain't been brought out of a live well or ice chest 100 times. That is a 214 grouper out of Port St. Joe, Florida.
Good night.
My question is, I wonder how many group of sandwiches we could get out of that fish.
Mm. Could not a living water fish. 214 pounds. Wow,
214.
How did
man.
one man land that fish like that?
Now I don't know
You
all the
land a
details.
fish like that? How you land one that big? I mean,
It was not on a
reel
Zebco
rod?
30. Hey, it wasn't on no Zebco 33 with a 12-pound test line, I assure you.
It was on. He caught it on one of them Red Holland Brim Busters.
I bet you.
A cane. Floyd, you remember cane poles? Fishing with cane poles.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
My
Hey
daddy
guys,
like
we
it.
want to.
Yeah. But you used to go get him one. That's a cane pole
Yeah,
man right
there's a cane pole
Yeah.
man right there. KWG Plumbing, guys. He is world class. He is licensed in Alabama. He is licensed in the state of Georgia. And he is the man you need to call when you have plumbing problems, when you have new additions, when you need to add some fixtures to your house, or just you need any kind of plumbing done. That's the man to call. Kenneth Wayne Garney, KWG Plumbing in Colquitt, Georgia. 24-hour service. They're licensed in Alabama, licensed in Georgia. They can work in both states simultaneously. Floyd, that's what you would call ambidextrous and double jointed, licensed in
Ambidextrous
both
and double jointed.
states.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Can do them in both states. What was the saying Queasel had last week about him?
Said if it ain't flowing, we'll get you going.
If it ain't flowing, Kenneth Wayne Garney will get it
Get you
going. You
going.
give him a call right there at 229-220-6694. And we are now joined on the phone by none other than Mr. Garney himself. Hello, Mr. Garney. How are you?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Doing good. How y'all this evening?
We are good. We are good. Missed you last week. I know you were under the weather, but I hear you've been fishing. I got this picture up here of that looked like that mess of red belly brim you caught. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, sir. Got them Monday afternoon after work on Spring Creek in Decatur County, fishing off the bank at
Oh yeah.
customer of mine's honey hole who let me go to. Can't tell you exactly where it was at, but it was just on Spring Creek in Decatur County. But
Wow.
they were
What
biting on crickets, so I mean they were going fast.
what's the creek looking like? I know we are in a deficit for rain. What's it looking like?
Yeah, we need to pray for some rain. God send us some rain. It's kind of low, but down there in Decatur County, the creek gets a little bigger, so it's got water. It was up and flowing, and of course, I didn't have my pistol with me, so I just stayed on the bank and didn't want to try them rattlesnakes today, or Monday. But it would need some rain, but it was low. It was just right for wading. A lot of times, them old timers, we get out there and go wade, just fish. But it's just right for wading.
That is good, man. That sounds good.
And just Monday, busy days, when we're going 2 or 3 different ways, and I just needed some time to get out there and relax my mind. But I said, hey, I'm going to do no fishing.
Oh yeah. Well, what are you got plans for this coming up weekend or week going fishing?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're gonna try Trails End down at Lake Seminole. We're gonna try it, see if we can catch some brim or some catfish this weekend.
All right, man.
And have us a fish fry.
That sounds good. That sounds good, brother. Happy fishing to you. Happy plumbing to you. Be careful. Be particular. And we'll look forward to hearing more from you next week. God bless you, brother.
Okay, thank you. Just remind everyone we do new construction as well.
Yes, sir. New construction. Call him on the phone. KWG Plumbing. We appreciate you, brother.
All right, thank y'all. Over and
Yes,
out.
sir.
Have a good night.
All right, guys. It is now time for that famous time of the show. That time that when we miss a week, you call us out and remind us that you want a trivia question. So we always have to do the trivia question right here. Southern Hissy Fits is the sponsor of the trivia time. They are located on the southwest corner of the square in Colquitt, Georgia, 109 West College Street. Give them a call, 229-726-4825. All of your custom embroidery, t-shirts, tumblers, more, all kind of gift items. Got their own line of Hissy Scents candles now. Go by there and see them, and they will hook you up. They are also the supplier of all of the official licensed merchandise of Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. And our winner tonight will be receiving a Campfire enamel coffee mug with our logo on it, courtesy of Southern Hissy Fits on the Dirt Road Sports and Charlie Platt Show trivia time here. And tonight we have an interesting trivia question given to me by one of our viewers this week, Floyd. One of our viewers this week. Here's the question. Little different tonight. I need you to text your name and the correct answer to 229-254-5060, 229-254-5060. First one to answer correctly will be the winner tonight. We are looking for the name, a slang term that was used for early railroad workers in the United States, more formally referred to as section hands, who laid and maintained railroad tracks in the years before the work was done by machines. We're looking for what they were called. A slang term for early railroad workers in the United States, more formally referred to as section hands, who laid and maintained railroad tracks in the years before the work was done by machines. Charlie Platt, the Dirt Road Sports Show trivia time, brought to us by Southern Hissy Vits, 229-254-5060. Name and correct answer, and you will be the winner here.
Marvin, I think that probably more proper verbiage on that, identification on that would be a colloquialism instead of a slang. Some people might think slang is
I
cursing or
got you.
whatever. A
I got
colloquialism that was used to call them, to name them. I mean, you're actually disenfranchising the people.
Well,
by
I was reading from your famous Wikipedia.
I got a I got to ask this question.
Mhm.
If a viewer is sponsoring giving you this question,
Yeah, they're not eligible.
what? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Me and Floyd just want to know names, so
Yeah.
we'll know.
I
You
got
know.
a winner. I got a winner already.
See,
He's
I'm worried about this. I'm worried about this.
No, this is not. This is all above board. I promise. He promised me today. The guy he works with the Undertaker, and he wouldn't lie. If he works with the Undertaker, he wouldn't lie because he's watching tonight.
And he's
But
from
he
Baker
gave it to
County
me.
too, man.
Huh?
He's from Baker County.
Yeah, he's from Baker County. He's from Cheevertown, actually.
That's him.
The question tonight came from Cheevertown, Georgia.
Yeah.
Cheevertown, Georgia. And we I had actually had two in. The first one was you did not send me your name though. I got it. I had Emmanuel Hare come in. Emmanuel Hare come in second, but the person that was the winner, 229-869-2740, whoever you are the winner. You came in first.
Emmanuel's done won about 3 cups already.
I think he's won 3 cups, 4 bottles of barbecue sauce, 2 candles, and trying to win an automobile. Jackie Rowland is the winner. Jackie Rowland. Jackie, if you'll send me your address, I think you're in Albany watching somewhere. We'll make sure we get that to you. Gandy Dancers is the name, is the correct answer. Gandy Dancers.
We used to have a guy here and lived in Concord. His name was Bill. I can't think of what his last name was, Bill. But he was an old time. He smoked them cigarettes, pale mail cigarettes, one right behind another. He lived down there right close to the train track. And Bill Harden was his name. Mr. Bill and I.G. Harden was his name. And he had a team of Gandy dancers. And Bill would go to telling stories. He was our good friend, Miss Judy Rathel's uncle. And he would be telling stories. We would congregate, as folks used to do, have fish fries and things like that. And he would, that was him, Bill Harden. Rojo knows him well. Bill Harden, Bill and Angie, he had the team of Gandy dancers. And he said over he be smoking them pale mail cigarettes. He said, I tell you what. He said, I tell you what, I had a team of them. Said, we could get on them carts. We get on them cars, we go up about a cup, but he said we could go as far as cup, but that was our territory. He said I had a team. He said I could get them out there, and he said I guarantee you, they could pull the hinges off of Hell's Gates. Now that told the story. That's storytelling right there.
Right.
That's it.
You can picture pulling the hinges off of Hell's Gates.
Well, hey, we want to give a big shout out. Gandy Dancers was the correct answer. Miss Jackie Rowland in Albany, Georgia, our winner tonight, and her mug will be in the mail to her this week. Albany, Georgia. We appreciate all of our viewers over around the Albany, Georgia area, and you won it right here on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Guys, I want to give a big shout out right now to one of our fine sponsors here in Colquitt, Georgia, Phillips Auto Parts. I don't care what kind of auto parts you need. If they don't have it, I promise you they will get it for you. They will look after you. They will provide customer service with a smile and are happy to do it. All your farming auto part needs, your tractor, all of you, anything you need auto part related, you can get it at Phillips Auto Parts on Highway 27 in Colquitt, Georgia. Miss Key also has a gift section in there. All you men, you can get your wife a gift basket. They do custom balloons. They also have the great and famous Floyd B. Lloyd rabbit pellet grill. All kind of flavors of the rabbit pellets in there for you to grill your favorite steak, fish, hot dogs, hamburgers, whatever you want to grill on it. They sell them right there at Phillips Auto Parts. Brand new opened a couple of weeks ago, the Holstered 9. The Holstered 9 right beside it. They own it right there. If you're watching on the screen, it's right there where those two American flags are. The Holstered 9, complete guns, ammunition, gunsmithing, all kind of like cases, anything you need to do with firearms, you can get it right there at the Holstered 9. They have got an excellent selection and inventory. If they don't have the gun you want, Johnny will do the best he can do to get it for you. I promise you that. Right here, hometown, homegrown, local business, Holstered 9 and Phillips Auto Parts right here in Colquitt, Georgia. Go see them. Tell them you saw them on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Had a gentleman last night, guys. He told me, he said, I went up there, I bought me a gun holster, and I told the owner I heard about him on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show.
Yeah. We get all kind of testimonials from people. They a lot of people watch our show. We appreciate everybody that watches. We thank y'all, and all y'all have been faithful to us. We appreciate it. And if y'all go to any of these people that sponsor us, they give us a little bit of money so we can pay the bills here. They give us a little bit so we can keep the lights turned on. They sponsor us, so y'all go see them. Just go see them. Just go do some business with them. Tell them y'all heard about it. Heard about the business on the Dirt Road Sports, and they'll appreciate that, and we will too.
Hey guys, did y'all hear about what happened on Friday night of last week in Birmingham, Alabama? Alabama band director was tased by the police and arrested for not stopping his performance.
Have you got the whole story, Marvin, or just part of it?
Well, I watched the video. I don't know the whole story. He was.
I know that's pretty drastic. That to tase a band director. I mean, while he's doing directing the band, but I'm just wondering if there's any kind of other circumstances.
They had asked them to shut the show down. They were trying to get everybody out the stadium, the best I heard. Am I right, Marvin?
That's correct.
Was the ball game over? I mean, was the event over? And it was over?
They done turned the lights off.
Yeah,
they turned the lights off.
Motel 6 was no more. I mean, they said, please, we're trying to get everybody out of here. And the man didn't want to stop playing.
He wasn't going to stop. He was going. So, and I'm not picking sides on this. I'm not, but I think tasing a band director is pretty. That's pretty drastic. I don't think you need.
It is.
Let me ask you this. All right, y'all know my wife's. Y'all know my wife's a band director.
Yeah,
right.
All right, I got a cattle prod out here with a 36-inch prod on it. After the show tonight, I go in there and get in the bed and I stick that cattle prod to her. Is that the right thing for me to do?
It's not the right thing to do.
Floyd and I'll be preaching your funeral in about 3 days.
See what happens when you do that? The situation. And here's a law term. And I'm talking to maybe some law people out there that probably are watching. And I love y'all, man. Y'all do a great job. But they know this terminology. When you do that to individuals, it escalates the situation.
Mm-hmm.
It escalates. And see, that's a word that law people do not ever want. That's a position they don't ever want to be in, where the situation is escalated. Just let the man finish his playing. If it's in the black pitch, leave him alone. That's his show. That's his deal. Let him play. He could stay there and play till daylight. If I was a lawman, so for I wouldn't care. Say that man, stay. We cutting the lights out. We going home. Go ahead and play. But sometimes people kind of overstep, if you will, their authority. I say sometimes they do, but I think that tasing the band director. I mean, now if he'd have been out there with a 9 millimeter, and had a 9 millimeter in one hand and a 40 in the other hand, I'd say crazy. But the band director, leave the man alone. Let him play the music. That's his gig right there, if you will. He is in his element. And he done got in the element. It's like folks gonna come in here. What somebody wants to come in here right now? What some lawman wants to come in here to me and say, cut it off. Cut it off. If you don't cut it off, I'm gonna tase you. And the situation would definitely escalate. Huh? It would, what if they come knocked on your door, Charlie? It escalate, wouldn't it? And see, we're harmless people. See, we're not harming anybody. The band director ain't harming nobody. He's playing his music. He's playing his music, man. Let him play.
Playing his piccolo.
Practice all this stuff. We got a drum solo coming up. We got a trombone solo coming up. Let them play the music. Leave them alone. Escort the people out. Go home. Everybody go home. Everybody be happy. But no. But now we got a mafia. We got a big. We got what is called a Kabyle muscular.
Say that again.
Arabia, I asked one of them Arabs, Kabyle, that's big. Muscular, that's problem. What is the Muslim word for big effing problem? He said, Kabyle muscular. So, Kabyle muscular. Right there. Any of you Muslims that might be watching, y'all know what I'm talking about.
See, we cover all denominations right
Cover
there.
all of it. Hey,
That's it.
what you can learn in this show right here. Just
So but y'all's advisement would be me not to get off this show and go get that cattle
no,
prodding.
get the problem.
No.
No, leave it alone, Marvin. Say, "Ooh, baby, play that one more time. Come on." Let me hear that.
Woo.
Oh, all right, Floyd, tell them about our
Oh
buddies
man,
at
I ain't done
Moby
it
Dick.
today. Ain't done it there with one of my main old buddies, Mr. Dr. Ted Arey from Albany, Georgia. He called me up and said, let's go to the Moby Dick. Called me yesterday. He said, let's go to the Moby Dick and eat dinner. I said, all right, come on, Teddy. He loves to get away from Albany, Georgia. He comes down here. His mother-in-law is Miss Anna Laura Barwick, Anna Laura Middleton. She lives here in Concord. He loves to come down here and see me and visit with me. And anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. But restaurant, we was in there today, me and him in there today eating dinner. I seen so many people in there, everybody having a good time eating that good food. They had hoe cakes. They had hoe cakes in there. They had giant hoe cakes of bread in there. Them little flat, how it is. The little flat cornbread. You eat some of it, Charlie. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
A buffet full of stuff in there. Desserts, salad bar, any kind of whatever kind of meat. They had the fried chicken, they had fish, baked fish, and they had lasagna, had the whole deal. It's a good place to go eat. If y'all hungry, go to the Moby Dick restaurant in Concord, Georgia, right there. You won't be hungry. The whole cakes was as big as pie plates. That's how big they were.
Go ahead.
You won't be hungry when you leave there. If you hungry, it's your fault. That's their motto. If you hungry, that's your fault.
Whoa, you got the whole hoe cake? Is that right?
Hoe cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had the hoe cake. They had little individual hoe cakes, but they were big as pie plates.
Oh, that would be good.
Ooh.
Man.
Guys, it's that time.
All right.
Oh, they're mercy.
Floyd's list of impossibilities brought to us by none other than Berry Hill Auctioneers, Mr. T.C. Berry Hill at his finest. He is our exclusive and perpetual sponsor of Floyd's list of impossibilities. We appreciate him. We appreciate all he does. Berry Hill Auctioneers, one of the finest auction companies in the entire United States of America. And now it's time for Floyd's short list of impossibilities.
We love OTC. I think OTC. Whenever he retires without those man, I think he'll move to Coppers. But we don't want everybody to move to Coppers. We want y'all folks, some of y'all folks in New York or California or wherever you are, you lunatics, and we want y'all to stay where you are. If you're in New York, move to California. If you're in California, move to New York. Stay away from Coppers, Georgia. There's nothing here that you want. There's nothing. It's peace. It's quiet. We enforce the law here, which you would find offensive to you if you can't. If you from New York or California or Chicago, Illinois or Detroit, Michigan, stay where you are. Do not come to Cockwood, Georgia. I admonish you, do not come to Cockwood, Georgia. And
You ain't welcome.
I'm gonna have to give a shout out to my old buddy, Dr. Ted Aaron. This book right here it's called Hellfire, Brimstone, and Fried Chicken, called Churched in the South. Look it up. Y'all read this book. I'm reading it for the third time, and every time I read it, I get something out of it. He's a great storyteller. There's nothing but the truth. He's spirit moved. He's a great guy. Y'all read that book right there. Y'all check it out. You can get it on Amazon. I don't know how much it is. Whatever it is, it ain't enough. But Hellfire, Brimstone, and Fried Chicken. If that name don't get you, there ain't no hope for you, bro.
By the way, quickly, he says he's sequestered in Doherty County, Georgia.
Yeah. But anyway, he's a great guy. I love him. He's one of the best friends I ever had in my life. But he comes down here and enjoys himself. And I'm gonna tell you what kind of he's a special person. Corey, listen to me, Marvin. Listen to me. Last Thursday, he drove from Albany, Georgia in his vehicle, and he came to his mother-in-law's house. And he got in her vehicle, driving her to Blue Ridge, Georgia. All the way, nobody in the car but him and her. Drove her to Blue Ridge, Georgia. And he got there safe and sound without having to stop at somewhere and check himself into some kind of asylum for snapping. He got her there. They went to the wedding, had a glorious wedding. And then on Sunday morning, he got back into her car and drove her back home to Cockwood, Georgia, without having to stop along the way and get checked into a padded room. So that's what the guy he is. I love Dr. Ted. Anyway, let's go.
Mercy.
I wonder if my phone's gonna ring. She got my number, you know that, don't you? She done called me one time, and she was gonna school me on something after the show one night. But anyway, let's move along here with the don't shoot such a cause, it don't matter. Let's get along here with Floyd's list of impossibilities. It's impossible. Y'all say, oh, anything's possible. No, there's some things that is not possible. Number one, Chris Christie. Y'all know who Chris Christie is, don't you? That Chris Christie will ever win a limbo contest. An impossibility that any Muslim man named Muhammad will ever change his name to Mildred. Have mercy, Lord, have mercy. Oh, me. An impossibility that any organization controlled by people like John Fetterman, Mitch McConnell, Dianne Feinstein, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, or Joe Biden will ever be anything but a clown show.
Amen.
I'm bipartisan on that. See, I throw old Mitch in there with him.
Yeah.
He's a straight clown. He's a 100% clown. And impossibilities. Now, some of you out there may not be aware, some of you people on Martha's Vineyard may not be aware of where this place I'm going to name is, but you should be, because you fit right in with them. Impossibility that there are any Amway or Mary Kay distributors in Zimbabwe. Hey, what do you think? Oh, you want to? Hey, well, you want to be a white farmer? That's hey, I know that's a white farmer. I'm a white farmer. I'll move to Zimbabwe and open up a farm out there. Yeah, see you later, pal. Yeah, nice knowing you. Here's another impossibility that any living person on Earth has ever. Y'all understand what I said? Any living person on Earth has ever smoked more crack cocaine than Hunter Biden. Name them. Come on. Tell me about them. Anybody. You'll like this one, Charlie. And y'all will like this one. I think y'all will like this one. It's
Uh-oh.
the possibility that a DNA, y'all know what a DNA test is, don't you? That a DNA test would show that Bill Clinton is remotely related to Chelsea Clinton.
Woo!
I'll pay for the DNA test. I'll pay for it. Here's one right here. Here's one. This is a serious business here that any elected Democrat politician cares. Y'all listen to me, Democrats. All y'all that vote for all them Democrats, y'all listen to me. That any elected Democrat politician cares if we are overrun by illiterate and unskilled young foreign men. Come on.
Mm.
But hey, they all got them up. They all got them an iPhone. They got them an iPhone. They got them a goodie bag. They got the whole deal, baby. They get on them. They get on them chartered airplanes. I saw them driving them, flying them to Denver, Colorado, and dropping them off. Man, that's paradise.
Rocky Mountain High.
Rocky Mountain High. Impossibility that a valid, listen to me now, I said valid, that's a key word, that a valid birth certificate, hold on just a second. That a valid birth certificate will ever be found that shows that Michelle Obama ever giving birth to a child. Come on.
Uh-oh.
I say valid. I ain't talking about one like Obama created, where
Right, okay.
he was African American. The term had not even been invented in 1963. But oh yeah, here it is. Oh, look at it. We got the birth certificate. Finally got him one. This y'all easy y'all grab a hold there. Just grab a hold to your feet. Hold on.
Make sure you got your Mando on.
It's an impossibility, ladies and gentlemen. Impossibility that Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg will ever lose in a sucking a tennis ball through a garden hose competition.
Woo!
Huh? He ain't gonna lose. Ain't no way Pete gonna lose.
Is ESPN gonna have that when it does take place?
Yeah, right along with the cornhole championship. Be on the big split screen. Peter be a player in both of them.
Oh,
Woo!
Is that ridiculous? Is he is one of the stupidest people y'all ever seen in your life? Of course, that's the whole cabinet, the whole Joe Biden cabinet.
hey, hey,
They something screwed up. Something.
he's on the five list of five that if Biden does not run, who would be one of the top five
He'd
to
be perfect for him. Hey, he'd be perfect. And that
Yeah.
cabinet that was stealing all the women's clothes, from the airports and everything, he'll be up there right with them. He's a psycho
Oh,
too. You got to be a psycho to be on Joe's team. Last but not least, it's the impossibility that Joe Biden can go 8 hours without having a bowel evacuation in his defeat.
uh,
That's
right
it.
here, only
Yeah,
place in
only him.
America.
Ain't nowhere else.
only,
Only
only
place in
place.
America you can hear Floyd's list of impossibilities.
That's
We
it.
had
Somebody,
one viewer hit the floor laughing. One said that our show is proof that freedom of speech is real and alive.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Right now. Yeah.
Yeah, right
Well,
now. Right
Right
now.
now.
Oh, all
Hey,
right. Charlie, looks like
phew,
we got another dry spell next week.
we do need some rain. I tell you, it is getting really, really dry. Temperatures, though, have been so much easier to deal with if you're outdoors working or just outdoors recreating. That 85 versus 95, 86 versus 96, it's something to be proud of. Just hope we can get some rain somewhere in this, and maybe something will change up, and we will. But a very fall-like pattern falling in. A little bit later on, we're going to see some rain coming in. I'm thinking in the next couple of weeks, but about a 30% chance on Wednesday is the best we see so far. And we want to thank y'all for letting us be a part of your week. Uh, that was a good one, Floyd. Buttigieg. Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
He's the man. He's the man.
he. I
He's
don't
a
know.
nurse. He's a nursing man. So anyway,
That's right. That's right.
nurses.
And when we talk about this stuff, it's serious, and it's a good reason to pray for this country because we got the biggest bunch of idiots in Washington D.C. that's ever been assembled together. I do believe trying to take over this country, not run this country, but take over this country. Prayer works. If everybody will humble themselves and pray, a difference can be made, Floyd.
Thank you, Charlie. I agree. Yes, sir. Listen, y'all. I got the same spiel every week, but I got a new little addition tonight. So y'all listen to me. Exercise your Second Amendment rights. Always be prepared. You never know when a danger is going to approach you. Exercise your Second Amendment rights. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Don't get into any kind of confrontation with people that you know there's no easy way out. Be vigilant of your surroundings. Watch where you are. Watch what is going on around you. Watch what's going on around your house. Watch what's going on around you when you are in your car, when you are leaving the grocery store and going to your car, when you're leaving the mall and going to your car, the restaurant and going to your watch what's going on around you. Be vigilant of your surroundings.
Amen.
Here's the new one I'm gonna put on you. Stand your ground. You have the right to do that. You have the right to protect yourself, and you have the right to use whatever means is possible to protect yourself and your family from any danger or harm. Stand your ground. And the night when you lay down and go to sleep in your bed, you all comfortable with that air conditioner running, that good, clean, cool, clean Mississippi or Georgia or Alabama cotton sheets that you lay it on. Y'all lay down and you start giving thanks to the good Lord above for what He's done for you today. Start from the time you woke up this morning until closing your eyes and going to sleep. And just think about what all He's given you today, what all He's done for you today. And you'll go to sleep. You'll go to sleep, you'll be asleep, and you'll still be thanking Him. Good night, y'all. We appreciate it. Go ahead, Marvin.
Guys, we love y'all. Appreciate you inviting us into your homes each and every week. I want to give a big shout out and invite you to join our buddy up in Virginia, Brother Matt Bracewell, his podcast, Creation and Compost. He's great to advertise for us. And so check him out on Facebook. He is a godly man. He's teaching creationism and composting and living off the land. Go look at his podcast and his website, Creation and Compost. Big shout out to all of our sponsors. We appreciate them each and every week. Moby Dick, Ziggy B's, Outlaws Bussin' Barbecue, KWG Plumbing, Phillips Auto Parts, Southern Hissy Fits, Berry Hill Auctioneers. We appreciate each and every one of them, and we appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining us. You know what I'm about to tell you. Sunday's coming. Don't forget, go to church. Worship the Lord. Our scripture for the day comes from James. Submit yourselves then to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. We got authority over him. But the problem is, most of the time we don't exercise that authority. We let him live rent-free in our mind. Exercise the authority. Tell him to get out. Guys, we love you. Keep your head up. Keep looking up toward the Lord. Stay positive. Do something good for somebody. Reach out and just do something good for somebody. Love on somebody. That's what the world needs a whole lot more of. We love y'all. Lord willing, and the creek doesn't rise. We're going to be right back here next week, same place, same time. More Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. But until we meet again, no matter what you do in life, always be particular.
See
Good
you.
night.